The loan officer sneered, "Your military pension isn't real income. Veterans are high risk. Denied." The Purple Heart recipient gathered his documents with shaking hands. That's when the janitor mopping nearby spoke up. "Excuse me, Margaret. I need to make a call." He dialed a number. "Board meeting. My office. Now." The loan officer laughed until he added, "I'm James Chen. I own this bank. And you're fired." Hey, welcome to Silent Courage Stories. Before we jump into this powerful story about respect, justice, and hidden heroes, drop a comment and tell us what city you're watching from. And hey, if you think stories like this should never be forgotten, hit that subscribe button and help us keep their memory alive. First National Trust Bank, Seattle, Washington. Wednesday afternoon, 2:30 p.m. The bank branch was busy, people waiting in line. Master Sergeant Robert Davies, 52 years old, prosthetic right leg, sat at the loan desk. Iraq, 2004, Fallujah. IED explosion. Lost his leg and 2 friends. Purple Heart, Bronze Star, Army Commendation Medal, all in his file. Across from him, Margaret Stevens, 38 years old, senior loan officer. Expensive suit, Rolex watch, Harvard MBA diploma hanging on the wall. Robert's application lay on the desk. $250,000 home loan. Modest house, 3 bedrooms. For his daughter Emily, 16 years old, in a wheelchair. Spina bifida. Margaret shuffled through the file, contempt on her face. Monthly income? $3,200 military pension, $1,100 disability payment. Margaret laughed. That's not real income. Excuse me? Military retirement, government handouts, not real work, not real income. Robert's hands started trembling. PTSD symptom. But I served my country for 25 years. This is what I earned. Did you? Margaret closed the file. Your credit score is 620, too low. Because of medical bills, Emily's surgeries, excuses. Also, Margaret raised her voice so everyone could hear. Veterans are high risk. PTSD, suicide rates, alcohol problems. Statistics don't lie. I don't drink. My PTSD is under control. Denied. Margaret stamped it, red, capital letters. In the corner, an elderly janitor was mopping. James Chen, 65 years old, gray overalls, worn shoes, dirty cap, 10 years cleaning at this branch. Or so it seemed. Robert stood up. His prosthetic leg made him unsteady. He grabbed the desk. "Please, Miss Stevens, for my daughter, we need a wheelchair-accessible home. Try another bank. Maybe Goodwill or something." Margaret laughed. Her friend Jennifer, another loan officer, laughed too. Robert started gathering documents. His DD-214 discharge papers fell. Purple Heart certificate, Emily's photo. James Chen put down his mop, approached. "Excuse me, Margaret, I need to make a call." Margaret looked at him. "Do your job, James. Clean the floors." James pulled out an iPhone 14 Pro Max, latest model. Margaret was surprised. "Where did you get that?" James dialed. Put it on speaker. "Mr. Chen?" "Connecting you, sir. This is James Chen. Emergency board meeting. My office. Now." Margaret laughed. "James, what are you doing? Playing games?" James removed his cap, straightened up, shoulders squared. "No, Margaret, not playing. I'm James Chen, CEO of Chen Holdings. I own 78% of this bank." Silence. Everyone frozen. "Impossible," said Margaret. "You're the janitor." "Undercover boss, Margaret. 10 years working in all our branches. Janitor, security, valet. To see the truth." He raised the phone. "Security to branch 12. Immediately." Margaret's face went white. "Mr. Chen, Quiet. Don't speak." James turned to Robert. "Sergeant Davies?" "Yes, sir." "Fallujah, 2004, 1st Marine Division?" "Yes, sir. How did—" "My son was there. Lance Corporal Kevin Chen. He told me. You saved him." Robert's eyes filled. "Kevin? Little Kevin? He's your son." "Yes. November 14th, 2004. Explosion. You pulled him from the line of fire. Lost your leg but saved him." "It was my duty, sir." "No, it was heroism. Security arrived, 4 people. Remove Margaret Stevens and Jennifer Walker. They're fired. What? Margaret shouted. You can't. I can. I did. Discrimination, insults, violating federal laws, hate speech against veterans. Jennifer started crying. Mr. Chen, please. Too late. James made a call. Legal department? This is Chen. Full investigation on Stevens and Walker. Review all veteran applications. How many rejected? Answer came. Last 2 years, 247 veteran applications. 89% rejected. Reevaluate all of them, every one. Customers were recording with phones. It would go viral. James gestured for Robert to sit. Sergeant Davies, please sit. Be comfortable. He sat too. In janitor overalls worth $50 billion. Tell me about your daughter, Emily. Robert showed the photo. 16 years old. Amazing girl. Very smart. Wants to go to MIT. Impressive. But our home, not suitable for wheelchair. Stairs, narrow doors. Emily can't even use the bathroom. James nodded. Pulled out phone. Patricia? This is Chen. Connect me to Special Mortgage Department. Mr. Chen, this is Patricia. Listening. Sergeant Robert Davies, Purple Heart, Bronze Star, $250,000 home loan, approved, 2.5% interest rate. Sir, normal rate is 7.5%. Veteran rate, Patricia, new rule. All Purple Heart recipients get 2.5%. Preparing immediately, sir? James turned to Robert, but that's not enough. Phone again. Mike? Real estate department, Seattle area, wheelchair accessible, good school district, around $400,000. 3 available, Mr. Chen. Buy all 3. Let Sergeant Davies choose. Robert was shocked. Mr. Chen, I can't. Kevin is alive, married, 2 kids, because of you. Bank manager Tom Harrison came running. Mr. Chen, seeing you in janitor clothes. Tom, this is Sergeant Davies. From now on, our VIP customer. Of course, sir. Margaret, being escorted out by security, shouted, This is unfair. My 10-year career. James stood up, faced her. Unfair? This man lost his leg for his country. You told him he has no real income. Whose career is more valuable? Another customer stepped forward. Elderly woman, Dorothy Mills. I'm also a veteran. Nurse, Vietnam. This bank rejected my loan last month. Same reason. James took notes. Your name? Dorothy Mills. Your loan is approved, 2% interest. In 10 minutes, 20 veterans came forward, all rejected. James noted them all. You're all approved. New policy, no veteran will be rejected. Special department will be established. Robert was crying. Mr. Chen, how can I thank... Don't. I thank you. You saved my son. How's Kevin? Is he well? Perfect. Software engineer at Amazon. Always asks about you. About me? Every Veterans Day I called. Dad, did you find Sergeant Davies? He asked every year. James pulled out phone, FaceTimed. Kevin? Dad, guess who's with me? Kevin Chen appeared on screen. 35 years old, happy, healthy. Dad? Who? He stopped. My God, Sergeant Davies. Hello, Kevin. Kevin was crying. Sarge, I've looked for you for years. How are you? I'm good, son. How are you? I'm alive. Thanks to you. I tell my kids about you every day. You have kids? Twins, 4 years old. One is Robert. Your name? Robert was sobbing now. James interrupted. Kevin, Sergeant Davies and Emily are coming to dinner tomorrow. Mandatory. Wonderful. Let the kids see their hero. Connection ended. James stood up. Robert, let me drive you home. But your work, this is my work, helping heroes. As they left, the entire bank stood up, applauded. Someone shouted, Thank you, Sergeant. Robert stopped, gave military salute with one hand, with his heart. In the parking lot, James's car waited, not a janitor's truck, Bentley Mulsanne. This is yours? Sometimes acting is hard, said James, smiling. In the car, James explained, My father was Korean War veteran. When he returned, no bank gave him loans, because he was Chinese, illegitimate, opened small shop, succeeded, built empire. When he died, he said, Don't forget veterans. That's why you bought banks? 5 banks. Same problem in all. Veteran discrimination. Worked as janitor, saw it, changed it. They arrived at Robert's home. Modest, old, Emily waiting at window, in wheelchair. Dad, whose car is that? Our friend Sweetie, Mr. Chen, my daughter Emily. James got out. Hello, Emily. You have MIT dreams? Emily was shy. Yes, sir, but just dreams. No, goals. Your dad has MIT scholarship, full scholarship, Chen Foundation. Seriously? Very serious. If your grades are good. I have 4.0 GPA. Perfect. Scholarship is yours, Robert protested. Mr. Chen, too much. Kevin finished college. Emily should too. That's justice. That evening, story made national news. Billionaire CEO works undercover as janitor, exposes veteran discrimination. Margaret Stevens and Jennifer Walker tried to sue. When their lawyers saw the video, if you sue, you'll get countersued. Federal discrimination laws, you'll go to jail. They gave up. First National Trust announced new policy. Davies Protocol, special mortgage rates for all veterans, guaranteed approval. 3 months later, Davies' family moved to new home, fully wheelchair accessible. Emily's room full of MIT posters. Moving day, James came, in janitor overalls. Why overalls? To not forget where I came from, where I'm going. Kevin came too, with family. Little Robert ran to Sergeant Davies. You're my hero. You saved my daddy. Davies knelt, hugged the child. Your dad's a hero too. We all were. A year later, they saw Margaret Stevens at Starbucks, working as barista. Robert bought coffee, left tip, $100. Why? Margaret asked, crying. Because, said Robert, everyone deserves a second chance. You didn't give me one. I'm giving you one, Margaret sobbed. I'm so sorry. So regretful. I know, and I forgive. James Chen completely changed the banks. Now every branch has Veteran Affairs Specialist. Statistics, after change, 50,000 veterans got home loans. Rejection rate, 0%. Emily got accepted to MIT Computer Engineering. In graduation speech, she said, My dad lost his leg, but not his courage. Mr. Chen cleaned floors, but not his vision. Both taught me. Appearance deceives. Character endures. James Chen still wears janitor overalls once a month. Tours branches. Employees know CEO is coming. But when, how, as whom, never know. And when every veteran comes, everyone stands. Because they know. That veteran maybe saved someone's life. Maybe someone's father. Maybe someone's hero. And definitely deserves respect. New plaque on bank wall. No veteran is rejected at this bank. They fought for us. We fight for them. James Chen, CEO, Kevin's father, Robert's friend. And Margaret Stevens now works at Veteran Assistance Organization, volunteer. Biggest mistake of my life, she says, but also biggest lesson. Helps a veteran every day. Atonement? Maybe. Growth? Definitely. Second chance? Robert Davies' gift, because forgiveness is stronger than revenge, and sometimes, just sometimes, the janitor is actually the CEO and changes your life. 5 years later, ceremony at the bank, Robert Davies speaking, Emily beside him, MIT graduate, now working at Chen Holdings. Mr. Chen taught me something. Heroes wear many uniforms, sometimes military, sometimes janitor overalls. What matters is the heart underneath. James Chen responded, My father came back from Korea to close doors. I opened them, not just for business, for honor, for warriors like Robert Davies. Kevin Chen, now Vice President of Veteran Affairs. Sergeant Davies gave me life. Dad gave him opportunity. That's how America should work. Little Robert, now 9, read a poem. Heroes don't always wear capes. Sometimes they push mops. Sometimes they lose legs, but they never lose hope. The Davies Protocol has spread. 100 banks adopted it. Million veterans helped. Margaret Stevens, guest speaker. I was the villain in this story. But Sergeant Davies made me a hero to someone else. That's Grace. She now runs a nonprofit, Veteran Home Ownership Initiative. Every rejection I gave haunts me. Every approval I facilitate heals me. Bank employees created tradition. Every November 14th, anniversary of Kevin's rescue, they wear janitor overalls. Chen Day, they call it. Reminder, you never know who you're talking to. Never know who you're rejecting. Never know who you're judging. The janitor might own the building. The veteran might have saved your family. The rejected might become the rescuer. James Chen's final policy before retirement: every bank employee must spend 1 day monthly in service role. Janitor, security, teller, remember humanity. At his retirement ceremony, I cleaned toilets to see truth. Found heroes being rejected, fixed it. That's leadership, that's duty, that's honor. Robert Davies took the microphone. Mr. Chen saved more veterans than I ever did in combat. Different battlefield, same mission: protect and serve. Today, First National Trust entrance has bronze statue, janitor with mop in one hand, reaching to help fallen soldier with other. Inscription: true power serves, true strength lifts others, true wealth is measured in lives changed. James Chen and Robert Davies, 2 heroes, 1 mission. And somewhere in Seattle, an old janitor's overalls hang in a billionaire's closet. Reminder of a promise kept, a debt repaid, a life saved, returned in thousands saved. Sometimes heroes wear suits. Sometimes they wear uniforms. Sometimes they wear overalls. But they always wear honor. And they always, always remember who they serve, why they serve. And that service never ends, just changes uniform.